What's up guys? Welcome to today's video. This is episode 1 of Strive. I'm super excited to be starting a new series, super excited to share some new goals and take you guys with me on this new little journey of mine. Also excited to support you in your striving for your goals. So I've kind of been hinting at it on Instagram, on Twitter, stuff like that. I've been hinting that I have a new goal and I'm pursuing something entirely different now. And I kind of wanted to keep this goal to myself for a little bit just because as a social media person, it can sometimes feel like I have pressure to do stuff just for the sake of like creating content or because it's trendy or whatever. And I never want to make big decisions based on what Instagram or YouTube or any social media wants me to do. So I wanted to keep this goal to myself, make sure that it was really in my heart and I really wanted to pursue it for me before I told you guys about it. And I definitely still want to do it and I'm still very excited. So it's time to share what that goal is with you. So the big announcement is I'm doing a powerlifting meet. You probably guessed it. I've been dropping some hints here and there. You've probably noticed that my training videos on Instagram are a little different style and I've been doing some things differently. I've been bench pressing, which you probably didn't really see me do much before. I've been squatting again. I've been deadlifting more. So if you have been paying attention, then you probably already knew that this was coming, but I'm super excited about it. It's gonna be a good time. It's a good goal to have. And I'm gonna go ahead and play some footage from yesterday's workout at Barbell Brigade so you don't just have to sit here and listen to me talk the whole time. And yesterday's workout started with some sumo deadlifts, followed by some bench press, some lateral raises, some sumo pulls to the knees, which is a good little accessory movement to help with your strength from the floor, and then ended with some hip thrusts. So you're gonna see that playing right now. So the main motive behind me doing this powerlifting meet is just I needed a new goal and I needed a not appearance-based goal. While I have done 6 bikini competitions in the past, obviously those are they are only judged by how you look and how you present yourself. And powerlifting is literally the exact opposite. They don't care how you look. All they care about is your body weight and how much weight you can move. So totally opposite from competing in bikini, and that's one of the reasons why I'm so excited to do it. For so long, I have judged my progress based on how I look and based on how I can present myself on a stage and how judges like me. And I think it's important to have that self-awareness that like you're looking at yourself through a very warped perspective, but it's also important to find other ways to judge your progress and judge your journey. And I think powerlifting is going to be a really good opportunity for me to judge my progress based on my performance in the gym. And that's something I always recommend to people who are saying that they struggle with their body image or they're struggling with motivation in the gym. And if that's at all tied to body image, then I always recommend to set some performance-based goals that have nothing to do with the way you look. So now I'm going to take my own advice. I'm going to do a powerlifting meet and I cannot wait. It's going to be totally different from a bikini competition. Like the actual meet day is going to be totally different experience. The parallels are that it's gonna be really freaking hard and I'm gonna have to be very disciplined and it's not always gonna be a good time. I already know that it's gonna be extremely challenging. My body's not gonna feel the best at certain points. I'm going to be very tired at certain points. Like yesterday after my workout, I literally laid on the couch for like an hour because I was so exhausted. And the workouts are just really, really difficult. They're like usually over 2 hours long. They're always heavy. They're always very taxing, and they're taxing in a very different way than like bodybuilding training because it literally like exhausts your central nervous system. So you're truly just like spent. But I'm only training 4 days a week right now, and that's what allows me to have like these really tough workouts. in those 4 days, I will always do 2 out of the 3 of the big 3, which is squat, bench, deadlift. Those are the 3 movements that I'm going to be tested on at my meet. So powerlifting training is a little bit more redundant, and I'm not going to say boring, but it's more predictable than bodybuilding training, where you can kind of switch things up a lot. I mean, you shouldn't switch things up a ton. You should stick to like a few of the same movements so you can judge your progress. But powerlifting training is even more that way, because you need to be specific and you need to progress in just 3 lifts. So my meet is on June 10th or June 11th. I'm not sure what group I'll be lifting in, but that is coming up. That's coming up. Hey Siri, how many weeks until June 10th?
It's 12 weeks until then.
All right, so I have 12 weeks to get strong AF. That's the goal. And before we keep going, I want to invite you guys to share your goals with me. I want this Strive series to be something that we do as a community and that you can identify with, even if you're not doing like a powerlifting meet like me, even if it's not a fitness related goal. I want us all to set a goal to reach in the next 12 weeks. It can even be like finish with straight A's this semester, or get a job promotion, or get a raise, or I don't know, renovate your house, or whatever you want it to be. Figure out a goal that you want to strive for within the next 12 weeks, and then comment that down below, because we're gonna kind of have weekly check-ins, I think, and we're gonna have like a bit of a community aspect to this series as well that I'm really excited about. So pause the video, comment your goal that you're going to strive for down below. I'm really excited to read what you guys write, and it's gonna be a little bit more interactive than my usual videos, so that's awesome. Back to the meet, June 10th, I will be participating in the full meet. I believe I can compete as a junior lifter because I'm under the age of like 23 or 25. Obviously, I'm not super well versed in the powerlifting world, but I am competing in the USAPL. There really isn't a super good reason as to why I chose the USAPL over like USPA, other than that it fit with my schedule the best. It's a meet within driving distance, and yeah. So there wasn't a ton of thought process that went into that. I'm sure there are valid reasons to pick either or a totally different federation, but that's what I chose. That's what we're going with, USAPL. So I'll be lifting in the 63 kilogram weight class, which is 138 pounds. And I am a few pounds above that weight class right now. So I am officially cutting a little bit of weight for that, and then I will also peak for the meet and be able to lose some water weight so I can make it into my weight class. So powerlifting peaking is very different than bodybuilding peaking. We can go in depth all about that as the meet gets closer, but I'm officially cutting for that. Honestly, I'm a little bit uncomfortable in my current body, and that is just based on where I have been, where I know I can be, and where I know my like happy medium is between feeling comfortable in my body and being able to like eat enough to fulfill me and satisfy me and be able to still have life experiences. Everything in consideration, I know that I can maintain a little bit leaner than I am right now, and I feel better a little bit leaner than I am right now. I'm going to insert a little physique update, just super brief and informal, but I'm going to insert a little physique update right here. I wasn't super excited to film this or show you guys, but I think it's important to have a starting point to share, and we can have something to compare later. While powerlifting is not based on your physique, it is based on your body weight, and obviously if my body weight goes down, I'm probably gonna look a little leaner by the end of this. So with that being said, I am back to tracking macros. If you guys watched my quitting fitness video a few videos back, that was probably like 6 or so weeks ago, 4 to 6 weeks ago, I talked about how I was really sick of tracking macros. I was really sick of having a ton of structure. So I've been eating intuitively for the past few weeks. I didn't really have a set gym plan. I just did what I felt like, which sometimes was nothing. I mean, I didn't skip a ton of my workouts, but it just wasn't as structured as I've been used to in the past. I ate to my heart's content, and I found that while it was necessary for me to take a break from tracking and intuitive eating was necessary at the time, I have the intuition of like a 300-pound man. I mentioned that in my Instagram story, but I've always been someone that's more prone to overeat than to undereat. So intuitive eating was not a great idea for me, especially having just come off like the spokesmodel search and all of that stuff. And I did gain some weight. Obviously, maybe you've noticed, maybe you haven't, but I've definitely noticed, and I definitely don't feel super comfortable with my current bod. I still love it, and you can still 100% love your body, celebrate your body, be happy with it, while also wanting to like change it, if that makes sense. You can, the saying is, you can be a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time. So loving your body doesn't mean that you don't have goals to make progress in certain aspects of it, but it means that you accept where you are and know, like, have a plan to move forward. But it's not coming from a place of like hatred for my body. It's coming out of a place of like striving for more, if that makes sense. So that being said, I am back to counting macros, and one of the main reasons for that is when you have a specific goal that you're striving for, when you have a specific goal, you need to have a specific protocol. So before, it was fine to eat intuitively and kind of like do whatever at the gym, because I didn't have like a certain goal. I just wanted to fall in love with fitness again and feel more free to do whatever I wanted. So I met that goal, and now I have a very specific goal of doing a powerlifting meet, so I need to have a specific protocol to match. So that means my nutrition is more specific again, I'm hitting my macros, and then my training is obviously specific again. That's super important if you have a specific goal. Is tracking macros necessary to make progress? No, but it will always be the most efficient and the most effective way to reach any physique related goal. So just a disclaimer on that, I'm not bashing intuitive eating at all. I still think there's a great place for it, and it is my hope that in the future I can figure my ish out with like intuitively eating, or at least my metabolism will be in a strong enough place where I can eat intuitively and not gain weight, but that time is not yet. And sorry, I'm picking up my callus from deadlifting. So yeah, that's going to kind of wrap up this video, I think. I'm really excited to have a new series to share with you guys. I'm really excited to take you on this journey with me, and I'm really excited for you guys to let me know what your goals are and what you're gonna strive for, because I want this to be a group effort, like a fuzzy, warm community of strivers. So let's get to work. Let's get after those goals. Today is Thursday, March 16th, and I'm currently training on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. So I'm currently training 4 days per week, 3 days off, a little bit of cardio, and counting macros. So yeah, that's what's happening. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for a few minutes today and supporting me in my new goal. I cannot wait to share the rest of this journey with you, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.